so good to be back here. You wouldn't believe it, but a lot of my days are filled with negative things, with tragedies, with challenges across all spectrums of law enforcement, from auto theft to shootings. So it's days like today when we get together again that kind of recharge my battery too, both personally and professionally. And I thank certainly St. Benedict's Prep, Father Ed, the troopers, and the students, and you think about those relationships and what just one day sometimes can do to change perceptions, to change people's ideas. The whole idea behind this Building Bridges program is just that, where trust has been lost or we failed to foster trust. Law enforcement in the history of our country has sometimes had some pretty rough encounters with particularly the Black community. Before I came in here this morning, I sat in the truck. We got here a little early. I pulled up a video clip from March of 1965 when 600 marchers came across the Edmund Pettus Bridge and watched Alabama troopers on horseback beat people with billy clubs, trample them with horses, canines, tear gas. And in 2022, that video clip still breaks my heart. But the key about where we've come, it's important to look back, but it's also important to look forward. And I often tell our troopers, our rearview mirror is this big for a reason. But for those of you that are about to get your license or have it, your windshield is about 5 or 6 feet across. Because it's the future. It's the men and women who are students here, to the senator's point, that will be the leaders of America. And I hope you got to see a guardian side of the state police. For far too long, law enforcement has been viewed as this warrior mentality. And we had to come back and be warriors. And a lot of our troopers and law enforcement were veterans in all of our wars, having people shoot at them, fight for their lives every day, and then came back and were asked to be these guardians of peace. And not everybody was their enemy, but it was hard for them to adjust. So this shifting away from warrior mentality to peacekeeper is what I love to watch. I love to hear students talk about that the Advil isn't helping and their muscles hurt from working out with a trooper. Excuse me. I love to hear that in one day how somebody who might have had a different opinion about law enforcement now sees them as a coach, as a Sunday school teacher, as a brother or sister, and that effort to humanize the badge is what Building Bridges is about. That when you see this, it doesn't instill fear, it instills a sense of calm and a story that you can share with others that might not know us. And you can say, I did this Building Bridges program when I was in St. Benedict's, and I got partnered up with a trooper who had a sick son, who lost his wife, who played hockey, who was a star in college. And the one student I met with this morning was disappointed that her trooper Justin wasn't here. Why is that? That's because in that retreat, that a trust and a relationship was built on a good day. And there's times when we come together in communities on dark days. We need to do it on nice days, in gyms, in retreats, in a pool, so that we get to know each other as brothers and sisters, not around yellow crime scene tape, not with red lights flashing and sirens going off, but on blue sky days, so that we can truly call each other's brothers and sisters. I'm always drawn to the Gospel of Matthew when I think about this profession. And I think about when Christ stood to give those Beatitudes. I don't remember him, and Father can correct me if I'm wrong. Did he ever say, blessed are the warriors? He said, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. But we're not perfect by any stretch. If there's those among us in this agency or others across the country that violate that trust and do things that they shouldn't to our citizens that we were sworn to protect, they should no longer be able to perform this job because we've come too far. We're building those bridges. Think about the function of a bridge. What does it carry you over? Troubled water, a big dark chasm, tries to get you from A to B, safely. And that's what this program is about, moving forward. And I hope that the rest of the country, just like they do with other things, when colonels from around the country or chiefs say, Pat, what are you doing about this in New Jersey? This program should be replicated in the 49 other states. And then we wouldn't have to turn on the nightly news and watch things happen across the country. Because the things that happen in Minnesota might as well be happening right here in Newark, New Jersey. Because when they see a law enforcement officer, that's what they see, somebody who took an oath to uphold and protect them, not to use excessive force, not to violate their civil or constitutional rights. And that's why this program is so special. And I hope that one day when you students, you finish college, you have careers and families, and one day when you're 85 years old and reflecting back on this program, you do so with a tremendous amount of pride in how it changed you. And that's what it's about. Igniting change instead of sitting on the sidelines like on this basketball court and complaining about the game. You got in it and said, Coach, let me go do 8 hours. Let me join this team. And that's what's special about this program. So I really personally want to thank you, Father Ed, for allowing us to be a part of it, and for the men and women in this French blue and the students in your uniforms that have stepped up and said, I want to be a part of change and leaving this country better than we found it. God bless each and every one of you.